Now, look, with his checkered history, I think it's fair to say...
I didn't realise how checkered it was until I watched that graphics.
I know. This kind of has got disaster written all over it, but you never know.
I don't know. The characters have come together because of what's happened to them in the past.
Indeed, they have.
And the audience are thinking that there's going to be trouble ahead.
You would think so, because she's a troubled wee soul, isn't she?
She is troubled, yeah. It doesn't look the best on paper when you put them two together, but, yeah.
You never know. You never know, though. Sometimes the most unlikeliest pairings, it kind of works. And I think she's essentially a good girl. She's trying. She's trying her best, isn't she?
She is trying, and it is quite difficult for her to come into this. She's got to contend with Jay's family as well, and obviously Priya is very protective of Jay, and there's a lot of hostility there, especially. So it is quite difficult for her to come into this environment.
It is tough to enter that family, isn't it? It really is.
Yeah, everyone's got an opinion.
Of course they have. Of course they have. And I do love that because amongst the drama, and that's what Emmerdale does so well. And by the way, congratulations on the BAFTA. That is brilliant.
Great, wasn't it?
No, it's really good. That must just lift everybody. I know it's such a great atmosphere up there anyway, having visited it myself. But there's you and the trophy.
I know, it came back to the studio. I saw it got put on the producer's desk. I was like, give me that. Let me have a picture with that.
With that, absolutely. It's good to see you at the centre of a storyline, both of you. It's really good. Was it true that you might have left, or something might have happened that you might not be with us now?
Oh,
what happened? Because there's also silly rumours. Do clear up.
We just had a conversation. Jay turned really bad and really dark, and we kept getting darker and darker and darker and darker. And just when we thought he'd peaked, he got worse. So, you know, under those circumstances, you kind of have to look at it and say, can we redeem him? Do we still like him enough to redeem him, or do we have to do something worse and go out with a bang? Kind of thing? I see. It's just an honest conversation.
No, you've got to have that, actually. You're right. I mean, it's important. You've got to have these conversations, but things are back on track.
Oh, yeah, so we're doing great stuff now.
In the unlikely shape, I suppose, Scarlett, you know, and how has it been, you know, being the new girl? Because we know it's a very friendly and welcoming place, of course.
It is. Everyone always says that, but actually everyone is so nice. They're just lovely, and it feels like a bit of a dream at the moment. I need someone to pinch me.
Oh, it's incredible. It's really good. Because I mean, we've seen you in other things before, of course we have, but this is kind of the bigger one, isn't it?
Yeah. When I was working before, I was taking maybe like a couple of days out to film something, and then going back to my day job. So this has been the first job where I've had been able to quit working as a waitress. So that's been amazing.
Of course. Because the thing is, you do have to do that. You know, you do. I mean, I worked as a waitress as well. You've got to do all of these things just when you're so you can get the job. You know, so you can keep body and soul together.
I used to work at Moss Bros in Covent Garden.
Did you?
Fitting people out with suits in between jobs.
But actually, it's maybe no bad thing as well. I think it's really good. Yeah. You know, it does work.
It does make you appreciate it more.
Definitely.
The amount of times I've cried at work.
Oh, I know. And your job is so difficult being actors because it is hard. You know, and going through all that interview process. I mean, it's not so much for you now because you've been on our screens for such a long time. And then, you know, we have. I mean, it's been way back in Corrie days and all of that. But it's a difficult profession to get into, isn't it? When you land a job like this, it's just like, yes.
Yeah. I don't think actors talk enough about, like, how difficult it is. And the amount of rejection you have to go through is insane. You need to have a really thick skin, don't you?
I don't think I could do it. I know. The thing is, they're not saying to you, you're not good. They're just saying to you, you're too tall, or you're too small, or you're too thin, or you're too big. I mean, whatever. It's just that you haven't... It's not anything to do with you, necessarily. It's just that you don't fit that part that they see you as. It's hard, though. How do you deal with that? I mean, I would just speed into a very large bottle of vodka.
I have done that a few times, No, like I said, there have been so many times where I've just been, like, crying into people's carbonara at work. Just like,
And
it was difficult.
Now it's all turned round, you see. It's absolutely all turned round. It really has. I hope she's going to be here for a while. Because even if it doesn't work out, you know, if this relationship doesn't work out, she's got a place there, I think. I hope so.
Settled in well.
Yeah. Starting to, like, meet other people and get some relationships going in the village and stuff, which is cool.
No, that works beautifully. It really does. It really does. So interesting to find out what's going to happen to you two. But it's that horrible thing where I want to know. I really want to know, but I really don't want to know. But now it's out in the open, you know, over the next few weeks, we'll find out what happens. But was it a BAFTA party? Is there going to be...
No, there hasn't been a party.
It's outrageous.
There was a party for the people that were there, but obviously the rest of us are working.
Of course.
But no, we haven't had a celebration party yet.
Oh, you need to.
Yeah, I think we do.
You need to, absolutely. That's a big, 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 big thing, and it's fantastic. Guys, thank you so, so much. Obviously, we'll see you tonight at 7 o'clock, as we always do. I mean, that's the thing about Emmerdale. Every single night, there you are.
We're always there to keep you company.
You are. It's great stuff. It really is. And I really hope this works out. I think we'll see a redeeming side to your character. That's
Definitely.
for sure. Thank you.